Good day, students. So we are now in week 15 of chapter 4, lesson 1. The lesson is all about introduction to environmental issues. This lesson is on your textbook, page 118 to page 123. This is Life Science student, and I'm Mr. Jasper Feliciano, your science teacher. What are the objectives of the lesson? We have to define what is environmental issues. We have to enumerate the types of environmental issues and to explain on how environmental decisions made. What is environmental issues? Environmental issues are harmful effect of human activity in biophysical environment. Environmental protection is a practice of protecting the natural environment on the individual, organizational, or governmental levels of the benefit of both environment and human. There's a place in with ice more than 2 kilometers thick. It is a habitat for many animals, which is the source of oil, coal, and iron. In Antarctica, some people think that Antarctica is useless. It is a wide, icy wasteland, but there is a unique wildlife habitats in Antarctica. There are also valuable minerals beneath its thick ice. In 1998, 26 nations agreed to ban mining and coal exploration in Antarctica for at least 50 years. As sources become more scarce elsewhere in the world, the debate will surely continue. The environmental issues that fall into three general categories: the population growth, the resource use, and the population. Population growth. Population growth means it is a change in the size of population. It is the rate of population growth means that are related to the changes in the population size in a given time. Usually, it is per year. The population size is affected by the birth rate, the death rate, and the immigration rate, and of course, the emigration rate. Uh, The human population grew very slowly until about 1650 AD. Around that time, improvement in the medicine, agriculture, and waste disposal led to people living longer. The human population has been growing faster and faster since then. When population grows, the demand of the resource also grows. The water supply in a particular area, the food supply in a particular area are also increasing when the population increase. The second is the resource use. Earth provides many material people use throughout their lives. Anything that occurs naturally in the environment and it is used by people is called a natural source. A natural resources includes the trees, the water, oil, coal, and other things. However, people do not use resources in some way. In some areas of the world, people use wide variety of resources in other areas, and people have little or no access to certain natural resource. Again, the resource consumption is about the consumption of non-renewable or less often the renewable resource. Especially, it may refers to a water consumption. The third is environmental pollution. Environmental pollution can be defined as many desirable change in physical, chemical, or biological characteristic of any component of the environment. Pollution, it is a term that can be defined as the influence of any substance causing nuisance, harmful effect, and uneasiness upon any organisms. Pollution is usually related to population growth and resource use. As you probably know, the burning of a gasoline releases pollutants into the air. With more cars on the road, more gasoline is being used. So more pollutants are released into the air. As population grow and more people need to be fed, more fertilizers and other chemical may be used to produce that food. As this chemical run off the land, they can pollute the bodies of water. And under the environmental pollution, we have what we call the point source and the non-point source. The point source and the non-point source are the classification of pollution, which is a source's classification of pollution. Non-point source. It is can identify in a broad, diffuse area. It is difficult to identify and control. It is expensive to clean up. Okay, and when we say non-points, when we say point source, it is located at specific places, and it is easy to identify and monitor reports to regulate. How are environmental decisions made? Environment decision is taken to make decision making that has been effect on the environment. There is increasing recognition that many of these decisions we make and actions we both individually or in a groups. It has been effect on our environment, and yet economic and political considerations often dominate in a way that seems to include environmental considerations. By the environmental on this particular context, it means that which surrounds and affect are including the physical and biological life support, which is alongside of social, economic, cultural, political, and institutional factors. In dealing with these environmental issues, it is a matter of taking into consideration of a lot of things. Decision can be made of many levels. Your decision to walk to your friend's house rather than ride in a car is a made of a personal level. The town decisions about how to dispose it in a trash is made up of a local level. So it means the decision is about to protect our Earth's atmosphere, our Earth's biosphere, and how to balance the different needs. The lawmakers work in a mini group to make environmental decisions. One such group is environmental scientists. When we say environmental science, it is the study of a natural process in the environment and how humans can affect them. By, in this way, the data of the scientists that they will gather will help in a decision-making process. The environmental decision-making requires a balance between the needs of the environment and the needs of the people. So in this case, to help balance the environmental opinion on an environmental issue, decision makers weigh the cost and the benefits of a proposal for change before making any decision, because the, the cost and the benefits of the decision affects the economy of the particular environment. The costs and benefits are often related to economic. It is important to consider the short-term and the long-term costs of the benefits of environmental decision. That will be all for this week. Don't forget to answer your Pearson online and your Schoology. Thank you very much. Yes.